Hey there folks, and welcome. So I want to really dive into today's topic because I've had a number of people reach out to me, and I know that it's been pretty challenging time that we've all experienced over the past number of months. And I don't think I've really come across anybody that hasn't felt wobbled by all of the things that are happening around us in the world. And I wanted to talk about how how we can go about managing our emotions in these challenging times. Because here's the thing, this is a deeply powerful time. As much as we are all experiencing a tremendous amount of turmoil right now, the veil is extremely thin. And if you're ready to start diving in and doing more sort of a spiritual journey and exploration, to explore more of your inner world and to get to know more about who you are as a spiritual being, this is a really, really powerful time to do that. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today is just the power of our emotions, because our emotions are a very powerful indicator on that spiritual gauge of when we are connected to source, our source energy, our spiritual essence, and when we've allowed ourselves to kind of move away from our spiritual source and become perhaps overwhelmed with those feelings of fear, doubt, anxiety. Because here's the truth, in those moments in your life when you've perhaps felt sort of that you've had that euphoric feeling about when you're doing something, like you feel in the zone. And I think for most of us, this is true. We can have those moments when we feel absolutely in the zone. We're happy, we're on fire, time just kind of evaporates. In those moments, we are connected to source. We are connected to who we are as spiritual beings, and likely we are doing things that are very much aligned with who we are and our path and our purpose in life. However, when we find ourselves sort of like moving away from that, maybe we start to feel fear, doubt, anxiety about where we're at or what we're doing. We've actually allowed ourselves to be cut off, if you will, from our source, from our spirit. And I just think this is a very powerful visual that we can get when we can, in our day-to-day, as we go about our day-to-day, when we can see, and take note of where we are emotionally on our spiritual gauge, then we can see whether we're operating from source or operating from, more our conscious reality, more that part of us that's fearful when we're disconnected from source. And so another powerful thing to see is that, if you're finding for the most part, day to day, you are in fear or you are in worry or anxiety, or you feel upset about where you're at in life, or you're not happy with where you're at in life, then chances are that you've become pinched off from your source, from your essence, from your purpose, from who you are as a spiritual being, and from your path, the path that you need to be following in your life. Now, it's very easy for me to come and say, hey guys, just be mindful of your emotions. And when you feel, those perhaps a lower vibration emotions rather than your high vibe spiritual emotions, switch gears and change. Now, we all know it just isn't that simple. But the powerful thing is that once we have an awareness, just a simple awareness that we've become disconnected, then we can at least start to try and shift things, because we can change the things that we can see. So, you could start to, one of the great things I think to do is gratitude. If you're feeling frustrated, angry, angst, worried, gratitude is a really powerful way to raise your vibration and to elevate your vibration, to move you more into that high vibe spirit vibration. So when you express gratitude, even if you're having a really awful day, if you can look for the positives, like a beautiful cup of coffee, the sunshine, bird song, the smallest thing, a smile from a stranger. I remember when I was going through one of the deepest, darkest times of my life, probably it's like 25 years ago now, when I separated from my first husband. Oh man, that was such a difficult time. And, it was surprising how the smallest things, a smile from a stranger, a cup of coffee that was gifted to me, these things just would lift my spirits. So I think if we can look for gratitude in every moment, but especially in the moments when we're feeling a bit lost or disconnected, because what we're trying to do here is just raise our vibe. Because the more we express gratitude, the more we move our thoughts towards gratitude, towards good. Everything in our external environment is a reflection of our inner thoughts and beliefs. So that is why gratitude is so powerful, because as we look for the good multiplies. So that's one great way of bringing ourselves back to our high vibe, back to source. And I also want to share that another powerful way to connect with our spirit, well, there's two powerful ways actually that we can connect with spirit. Guided journeys is one, which I absolutely love, because it takes us, boom, instantly to our source, to our spirit. We can have those direct conversations. But also the dream time, super powerful. And sadly, the dream time gets neglected, because I think most of us, we have a busy day, we're operating from our conscious reality. We kind of let the high vibe, the spiritual part of us kind of slip, right? We don't necessarily, we're in our day-to-day, our go-to vehicle, the mini metro. You've heard me talk before about spirit, how it's our Lamborghini that's parked in the garage. It's our subconscious. We rarely go to it. It's not our go-to vehicle. But anyway, a powerful way to access our Lamborghini is through the dream time. So most of us at night time, we just think, okay, switch off, rest, relax, done deal. But actually, because of this, sadly, the dream time has become massively overlooked. And it's such a powerful time, because as our conscious mind switches off, as our physical body relaxes, our spirit, our soul, our source, our essence gets to soar. It gets to play, and it starts to share with us through the dream time, those little vignettes, those movies that we, direct, star, act in. That's our soul, that's our spirit sharing with us information that can support us in our everyday life. But the thing is, we need to take the time to start listening, to start taking note of what's being shared with us in the dream time. So to start recording our dreams, because as we do this, we can actually start to learn to interpret the language of our dreams, the language of our spirit, so that we can begin to act upon those insights, because we'll find that there's a lot of clarity, a lot of powerful insights that are being shared with us in our dreams that we're completely missing in our lives and in our business. So that's why I created a very powerful mini training. And a heads up, folks, I am going to be charging $97 for this training, but for now I want to share it with you for free. So this mini training is going to teach you everything you need to program, remember, and interpret your dreams, so that you can start to find the clarity that you've been looking for, and you can start to leverage open that line of communication with your spirit and start to leverage your superpower as a spiritual being. Start using that in your life, using this knowledge in your business, because we are all deeply powerful, resourceful spiritual beings. And once we can get tapped into that, whether it's through guided journeys, meditation, the dream time, the more we can do this, the more we can access our spiritual source, the greater clarity we're going to have in our lives, the greater sense of peace and purpose that we're going to experience. Because when we're connected to source, we feel high vibe. We feel powerful, we feel connected, we feel on path, we feel on purpose. There's no room for fear, anxiety, angst. That's the conscious mind running the show. So there you have it, folks. Take note of your emotions. Notice when that gauge is leaning over to the more fear, the negative. Use gratitude as a way to bring your vibe up. But the powerful thing is just noticing that you slipped off path. You know, you want to bring yourself back to source, bring yourself back to your spirit. And I'd love for you to join me in this free training so that you can work more with your dreams, so that you can understand and connect more with your spirit, open those lines of communication. I also have a free Facebook group, The Successful Spiritual Entrepreneur. So, you know, if you could jump in there and we can start having a conversation, a more deeper conversation about the dream time. You know, and I can help support you in interpreting your dreams and a whole bunch of other good and wonderful things. Plus the fact that there's some other wonderful spiritual entrepreneurs in there that can support you on your spiritual path, on your entrepreneurial path. And yeah, would love that. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to sign off now. Love you. Many, many, many blessings to you, my fellow soul traveler. Bye for now.